All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Another newsfeed video here for you. This one, 13 billion is what it says on here. I don't know why that's still in my way, but it's $13 billion. Stellantis Investments will bring new Dodge Durango as well too. They're changing a whole bunch of stuff. Stellantis is swapping things around everywhere. It's announced sweeping investments in U.S. production, plans to build a new Jeep Cherokee and Compass in Belvidere, switching things up, moving things around. Stellantis announced 13 billion in production facilities in the United States over the next 4 years. That's huge. $13 billion. And remember, Stellantis is also, they're doing all the part warehouses. Stellantis is the company to watch. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you like Dodge. I don't care I don't care any of it. As far as automotive companies go today, as far as the big four, basically, you have Stellantis, you have Ford, you have GM, and you have Toyota. Those are the four that pretty much dominate everything. Stellantis is the only one that really is doing everything they can to do right by customers on every level. As a matter of fact, they're talking about bringing the Durango back, but again, they're doing the parts. I made many videos on this. I'm not getting into it all right now, but we did just hear from Dirt Road Cred. Also just said that the new Grand Wagoneer, or whatever it is, the Grand Wagoneer, they're dropping 20 grand MSRP on that thing right now for 2026. Huge stuff. That's a little nugget that I don't even have in here for you. But like I said, Stellantis is the one to watch. Plans include reopening the Belvidere plant to build the Compass there and the Cherokee, while production of the upcoming Ram midsize truck, which was going to be built in Belvidere, is now being shifted to Toledo, Ohio. Okay, that makes perfect sense because the new Ram midsize is built on the same exact frame as the Gladiator, and the Gladiator and the Wrangler are built in the Toledo factory, so why would they, not? So that's smart that they're doing that, and now the Compass and the Cherokee are going to be built in Belvidere. The next generation Durango is also set to arrive by 2029 and will be built in Detroit. New large SUV is due on the 2028 at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant. There's a lot going on here. Yesterday, announcement plan to invest $13 billion over the next 4 years in production in the United States will bring 5 new vehicles. Okay, that is huge. Here is where your locations are in these if you are interested in there. Okay, the Belvidere plant's in Illinois. Toledo, Ohio will get an all-new midsize. Belvidere will get the new Jeep vehicles. Michigan Warren Assembly Plant will get the large SUV, range-extending EV, and ICE. Detroit will get the next Dodge Durango, which will be kind of cool coming straight out of Detroit. That's pretty sweet there for a lot of people. And Indiana will get the new 4-cylinder engine. We'll talk about that in a minute. U.S. production will expand 50% with 5 new vehicle launches and 19 products over the next 4 years. Huge. Huge. I mean, think about what they are doing here. God, it is so amazing what you can accomplish when you get rid of a bad CEO, Ford. But Tavares is out. And look at Stellantis is doing. And again, we'll have other people in the comment, Stellantis sucks, Jeep sucks, Ram sucks, they're all garbage, they're all junk, I would never buy Dodge ever again, I had one in 2009. We're going to hear all this crap in here. Stellantis is on fire, and they're the only one out there that, like I said, it is actually listening to and doing anything for their customers. It really is that way. Whether you like it or not, doesn't matter. It's there. The information's there. Go watch a bunch of these videos. You'll learn it for yourself. Stellantis now says it will invest $600 million in Belvidere plant in Illinois to support expanded products or production of the new Cherokee and a Compass. It has been idle since 2023. It hasn't been used, so a perfect place to get that up and running. Production of the previous generation Cherokee came to a close. That's when they stopped it. Well, they're going to do it there. Initial production of the new Cherokee will take place in Mexico before the Belvidere plant comes back online in 2027, creating about 3,300 new jobs. Now, that is interesting. If you are looking for a Cherokee, you want to get a new Jeep Cherokee. If you buy one before 2027, you're going to get a Mexican-built vehicle. If you buy one after 2027 and it's built in the Belvidere plant, you're getting it there. And no, I don't care if the truck or the vehicle's built in Mexico versus built in the U.S. as far as quality goes. We know that that's a wash. It's irrelevant. That old argument is it doesn't carry any water anymore. It's garbage. argument. But where this does matter is because Trump has that where you can write off all your interest. You cannot write off your interest on a vehicle that is produced and made in Mexico. You can if the vehicle is made in the United States and final assembly is in the United States. So if you're going to buy a new Cherokee, because that's what you want, you get the one in Mexico, you cannot write off the interest. If you wait till the one that comes into the Belvidere plant, you can write off the interest. This stuff matters. Okay, very important to people. Earlier this year, Stellantis said Belvidere will become the home of the new Ram midsize truck, but the automaker now shifted production of that pickup to the Toledo Assembly Complex in Ohio as part of a $400 million investment. The truck, which represents first midsize offering from Ram or Dodge since the Dakota was discontinued in 2011, it will be built alongside the Wrangler and the Gladiator and should launch in 2028. I believe it's being built in 2027 as a 2028 model, if what I hear is correct. The new shift will add 900 jobs to Toledo and will see further investment for additional technologies and strong product actions for both Jeep models. We love this. Stellantis is doing it. Meanwhile, Michigan, Stellantis is injecting nearly $100 million into the Warren Truck Assembly plant for retooling to build the large SUV featured both internal combustion engines and a range-extending plug-in hybrids. The Warren facility currently builds the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, set to merge into simply the Grand Wagoneer for 2026. And as I said, Dirt Road Cred just showed us $20,000 MSRP drop on the Grand Wagoneer for 2026. Huge. Okay, it's unclear what name the new SUV will be due in 2028. It will carry, Jeep said during the reveal in the 2026 Grand Wagoneer that the full-size SUV will gain, will gain a range extender plug-in hybrid setup next year. And this is going to be like what we were going to get from the Ram Rev, where it's range extending. So it's going to be like a Pentastar 3.6 that is going to supply, it's going to work like a generator to electric motors in the vehicle. That's pretty impressive. We're going to see this on the Grand Wagoneer as well, too. We're going to see this on a lot of vehicles. That is the way a hybrid should be done. Let a good, reliable motor, gas motor, be used as the actual generator so you don't have to worry about plugging it in. You can always just fill it with gas and go and let that motor supply power to the electric motors. People argue, engine, a motor, Anyway, it will be a gas-powered engine that will supply power to electric motors and do that. That's the way we want to see it. Anyway, they're going to invest that and bring 900 more jobs to the Warren plant on top of what's there. Detroit Assembly Complex in Jefferson also gets a boost of $130 million investment that will lead production in next-generation Dodge Durango. Notice that this new full-size SUV they're talking about is the 2026 Grand Wagoneer that they're going to be setting up in here. This one, the Durango, is the one that's going to be done in Detroit. Stellantis aims to launch it in 2029. Stellantis has also started production of the 2026 of a new four-cylinder engine called the GM ET4 EVO. As its facility is going to be in Kokomo, Indiana, investing over $100 million in creating over 100 jobs. Curiously, missing from the announcements or any updates are the Recon, the Jeep Recon that we heard so much about, and that was their EV boxy off-road one everybody thought was going to replace the Wrangler. It's pretty much dead. We don't hear anything about it. Nothing. It's like they almost scrapped it, threw it out of the window there. So we don't know what's happening with that. And then there was also a minivan I think they mentioned in here too, but Recon or the Chrysler brand. But anyway, that's kind of interesting that we don't know what's happening with that. But here's the key right here. Stellantis says large investments into companies in the U.S. history. This is the largest investment in companies' U.S. history. And the new models will be made to be joined by 19 refreshed products and updated powertrains coming by the end of 2029. Stellantis is on fire. They are going the right way. Kaniskas is on it. Their team is on it. They are taking this thing to levels that are just straight up phenomenal. And very, very excited to hear it. Straight up amazing. So questions, comments, anything you got about what's going on here with this, let me know. Thanks for watching.